I want to be the first to congratulate our great, now I can say, Vice President-elect of the United States, J.D. Vance.
Cincinnati hasn't had a homegrown person on a winning presidential ticket in more than 100 years. That'll change when J.D. Vance is sworn into office. Good evening, I'm Megan Mongello.
And I'm Adam Clements. At 40 years old, J.D. Vance will become the youngest vice president since Richard Nixon was elected to office back in the 1950s.
Vance is also the first Ohio-born VP since Charles Dawes in the 1920s under Calvin Coolidge. His ties to the tri-state are strong.
The Cincinnati home of J.D. Vance is being protected by cameras, armed guards, and signs that say the United States Secret Service restricted area. It's a far cry from this, the Middletown home where he was raised by his grandmother, who he calls Mamaw. And an even bigger jump to this, the most important home in the country, the White House, where Vance will be a heartbeat away from the presidency.
I took a little heat at the beginning, but he was, I knew the brain was a good one, about as good as it gets.
President-elect Donald Trump praised his soon-to-be VP at their celebration rally in Florida this morning. Then Vance walked to the podium.
And under President Trump's leadership, we're never going to stop fighting for you, for your dreams, for the future of your children. And after the greatest political comeback in American history, we're going to lead the greatest economic comeback in American history under Donald Trump's leadership.
Vance will have the least political experience of any prior VP. It's only 2 years. He was just elected to the U.S. Senate in 2022. He rose to fame as the author of Hillbilly Elegy, a memoir of his working-class upbringing.
He's going to work very hard, he and Trump, to make sure that everybody's voices are heard and everybody gets a good education, not an indoctrination.
And with the help of working-class voters who showed up at rallies like this one Vance had in Middletown back in July, the Republican ticket won. When Vance came home to Cincinnati Tuesday morning to vote, he had this message.
If I am lucky enough to be your vice president, I'm going to fight hard for your dreams and for your family over the next 4 years.
From breaking news to feel-good stories, Local 12 has it all. Tap subscribe and hit the links to find out more.